Hi, and good morning to Madam Vivian and my fellow classmate. My name is Siti Hamizah Binti Muhamad Hambali, and my matric number is 152598. The topic that I choose is the second topic, which is what is the one thing that you cannot understand the popularity of, and why do you say so? The thing that I cannot understand is the popularity of victim blaming. What exactly victim blaming is? Victim blaming can be defined as treating a victim like it was the consequence of something they did rather than putting the blame on the person who hurt them. A person who has suffered violence, especially sexual violence, is more likely to receive this treatment from others. They often receive messages from people on social media and even from their own family. This person was questioned about the victim's actions and even told them what they could do to prevent it from happening. Worse, they even said the victim invited it to themselves. The example of victim blaming is: first, why didn't they fight back? Second, you shouldn't have gone home with them. Third, what did you expect going out dressed like that? Fourth, why did they get so drunk? We need to know that people are never required to say these kinds of things to someone who has experienced sexual violence because we are never in their place. We do not know how hard and terrifying it was. By saying you are strong enough to fight back against it, are they really sure that the one who did this to them is that weak and that the victim can win if they fight back? Then I will show some videos about the girl who has a martial arts background and has experienced sexual violence. Okay, let's take a look.
Taekwondo, I've taken karate, I've taken kung fu, and I still wasn't able to protect myself in that situation, and it breaks my heart because I couldn't even do anything. They were too strong.
I remind you again that she has a martial arts background. She learned karate, she learned taekwondo, and she even learned kung fu. Consider someone who has learned all of these things but still unable to help herself. Then, what will happen if someone doesn't have that background? How can they fight back? Are people still believing and wanting to say that they are strong enough to fight? Do people realize that victim blaming can have many negative and devastating effects on innocent victims? The victims are already depressed by what happened to them, but these people still want to blame them, and even though they are not responsible for the crime that has been committed against them. One of the greatest effects of victim blaming that we already know is that people who have the same experience will never report a crime that happens. It is because victims are scared of receiving negative responses and will get blamed if they tell anyone about it. Not only that, they will also get anxiety. According to specialists, it can increase the anxiety and make a victim feel more separated from their own self, and will make it difficult to let others to connect with them, and will make them hard to heal and hard to them to overcome the trauma. What I'm scared about this victim blaming is that I'm scared about what if the people out there think it's okay to commit crime or violence. I'm afraid of what will happen if large number of people attempt this bad behavior and make many innocent people will get hurt. And also what will happen if the victims cannot heal from the trauma that they got from the violence and also from all the blame. What is important to understand is that sexual violence is never ever the fault of the person who experienced it. It is always the fault of the person who commits the violence. Even under any circumstance, like maybe you seeing someone walk alone at night wearing half-naked clothes, still, no one has the right to commit violence toward others. Violent behavior is a choice that individuals make. Sexual violence happenings not because someone is wearing certain clothing, said a certain word, or was in a certain place. It is important to remember that people always have the right to wear what they want, to go to a place they want to go, and to meet someone they want to meet. It is never ever the victim's fault. So please stop this. Stop this victim blaming. Therefore, people should change the target from the victim to the criminal. The one we should target is the criminal from all the beginning. We should let them take the responsibility for the crime that they committed. And lastly, for people who experience similar situation, I hope that you never blame yourself for the things that happen. It is not your fault. I hope you heal and overcome the trauma. I know that healing is hard, but healing is a process. It takes time. It takes patience. But trust me, you are stronger than you think and braver than you believe. As long as you have will to do it, you can overcome this sooner or later. I think that's all from me. Thank you for staying until the end of this talk. And thank you. Have a nice day.